Hi, yes, hello, and welcome back to another Millennial Movie Member request. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ashley, and if you're a returner, welcome back. I'm a millennial that likes to go back and watch your older classic movies for the very first time. That's on Mondays. On Fridays, my top tier patrons, my Millennial Movie members, can pick any movie from any year, any genre, and I have to watch it. Today is from 1000th Ghost, I do believe, and it is the 1975 Chinatown. I'm a liar, it's 1974. Close enough. Tomato, tomato. You're probably wondering if you've been around here for a while, like, who is this bitch with her hair fixed, her makeup done? We don't know her, and you're right, we don't know her, but it's still me under here. It's still me, you guys. I just had to take some pictures earlier. Oh, today's shirt, mental health matters. Take care of yourself. Anyway, so let's get into this preview review. I don't really have much of one. The title doesn't give anything away. Chinatown. I do know it has Jack Nicholson in it. Oh, I told a friend I had it coming up and they spilt the beans. Looking up the movie poster for Trading Places kind of gave some big stuff away. Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. I don't want to do that on this one, especially since I already know Jack Nicholson is in this. So I'm scared if I look up a movie poster, it's going to give more away than I would like it to. But with that being said, I don't really have any guesses as to what could happen. I guess this is a movie that takes place in Chinatown. What Jack Nicholson is doing there, I don't know. I'm excited to see if this is another film with Jack Nicholson where he goes absolutely crazy. Because so far, that's all he does. So I don't really know where this is going or how it's going to go down. Regardless, I'm excited because y'all know I'm a hoe for Jack Nicholson. No more diddle-dallying. Let's get right on into this Millennial Movie Member request, which is the 1974 Chinatown. Jack Nicholson right off the bat. Also, this is a very like retro intro. So is this set in the past, I wonder? Like the old radio announcers. I feel like I should be talking like this. It was a dark and stormy night. I feel like that's the kind of vibe it's going off. Dick. Okay, so the only name I know in the opening credits is Jack Nicholson. Did I start this in the credits? No, this is the beginning. All right, cool. Just checking. Oh my god, somebody got caught doing the nasty. In multiple positions. Is that the same dude who was just in Rocky as Paulie?
Can't eat the Venetian blinds, I just had him in the...
This is the youngest I have ever seen Jack Nicholson. I'm gonna have to look up how old he was.
Mrs. Mulray, may I present Mr. Giddis?
She is bougie. Okay, so he's like,
really?
Not a hitman. He's like a undercover detective. Investigator, there's the words. Private investigator. There it is.
Involved with someone.
A wife can tell.
I think he needs a little more proof than that.
Do you know the expression, let sleeping dogs lie?
But then they get up with fleas. And why is he turning away business?
Money doesn't matter to me, Mr. Giddis.
I was gonna say, please look at her necklace, her bracelets, her atrocious hat. I don't think she's worried about how much this is gonna cost.
Orange Grove with it. Now remember, we live...
He may be on.
Though we never existed.
Wait a second, Seabiscuit was a real horse? Like, I know it's a movie, but I thought it was a fake horse.
And now you propose yet another dirt bank terminus dam.
Sounds like y'all got a damn problem. Sorry. Is that the worst joke I've made on the channel? I think so. What is this? Why is this happening?
Who's paying you to do that, Mr. Mulray? That's what I...
His idea to do that was very smart. What better way to get people to listen to your grievance than to have a whole herd of sheep come through a courthouse? It's like a side quest in a game. See, I could not be a private investigator. I would take pictures of this and I'd be like, looks like he's just checking out dirt, and call it a day. Close the case. Now, Jack, you don't exactly blend in with that dirt. Like, I feel like he could just turn around real quick and see you right there. See? That was close. And you know, people can you can feel when like somebody's looking at you, you know? So dude was standing around waiting for the water to come out of the pipe? What are those? Watches? Pocket watches? Why does he have so many in his glove box? I love those white wall tires. I think they're so pretty. Oh, he's putting it there, and when it gets run over, he knows what time dude left.
The guy's got water on the brain.
Figuratively or literally?
Well, they got into a terrific argument outside the Pig and Whistle.
Okay, but that's not proof that he's cheating on his wife. Jack's got it made, honestly. Sir, don't put your cigarette butt in the lake. And she bought a dress to show him, so that's interesting. Okay, that's a cool shot, how we see what he's taking a picture of in the lens. But look at him. I love that.
You gotta get blasé about it.
He posted it in the paper? I thought private investigators just gave the information back to the person who hired him.
Says the Chinese, they screw a little and they get tired.
I'm sorry, what is this story his barber is spinning?
Listen to me for a second.
No, I think you need to turn around.
Jesus.
I don't get the joke, but I'm sure if I got it, it would make sense.
You see, I'm Mrs. Evelyn Mulray. You know Mr. Mulray's wife?
But the other lady came in. Who was the other lady who came in to report this man?
He was expecting you? 15 minutes ago. Why don't I just go in and wait?
Well, I mean, that's one way to get the job done. Don't wait on the secretary to do it. You're playing a very dangerous game of going through this man's desk while somebody could easily just walk in. 7 channels used. Okay, so he's just been doing a lot of water research. Where it's coming and going from. There's so many moving parts happening. What is Jack planning? How is this gonna work?
You ought to be able to hold on to your water for you.
So I feel like Jack's character just has a lot of enemies everywhere.
JJ, get us to see Mr. Mulray.
That's that man's house? This man is discussing a drought in LA and he has a pond in his backyard? That is not a good look for a person. What kind of pants that woman got on? What in the world?
My husband's at the office.
No, he's not.
I'll drop the lawsuit.
What?
Oh, well that was easy. Nice.
Find out I'm not supposed to be the one who's caught with his pants down.
That is so funny. That is such a smart joke.
Mrs. Mulray.
It's very personal. It couldn't be more personal.
It seems like the missus has an arrangement with the mister and she ain't worried about it.
Looks like you went quite a distance.
It's riding bareback.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Summer colds are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
Summer colds are the worst.
Since when?
Since I made lieutenant.
Congratulations, good for you. I don't know who you are, but that's a big deal. Is he dead? He's big dead!
Publicity didn't make him.
I was gonna say, if the publicity happened and he felt like he was losing everything, did he do it?
That he would have taken his own life.
No.
Oh, well, there's our answer.
Certainly not.
You and your husband never discussed her.
See, they have an arrangement.
It came as a complete surprise to me.
I thought you hired a private investigator.
Funny you should mention that. Somebody acting like me hired the private investigator.
We need any more information, we'll be in touch.
Oh, so how does she stand her collar all the way up here? My neck be so itchy. Okay, so basically he's two-timing his own private investigation work. How y'all just gonna leave his feeties hanging out like that?
Middle of a drought and the water commissioner drowns.
Or only when people hire hitmen. I clearly watch way too much CSI. Sometimes I remember that I want to be a mortician, and then I watch movies like this and I'm like, you know what, I could not have done that. I simply couldn't have.
Exactly drown in the damp riverbed, no matter how so.
Or his body was dumped in water. Man, he was hired to see if he was cheating on his wife, which technically he was, but now he's hired by his real wife to find out who killed him, which I think the first fake wife has something to do with it. A lot of moving parts in this one. What? That was too cryptic for me. But that's a beautiful horse, though. It got me. Okay, well somebody clearly let the floodgates open on that one. Aw, you lost a shoe. Oh, there's a knife. Oh my God, Claude did not come to mess around.
Wanna guess?
No, no, no,
Huh?
no, no,
No?
no, 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 no.
Their noses.
You know what? This is simply when my investigation would end. Like, you know, it's too much. There's a lot of things happening and I refuse to be part of it.
Who?
Ida Sessions.
What a very interesting, intercom system.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Oh, yes, we have.
Is that the first fake wife?
I was the one who pretended to be Mrs. Mulray.
I guessed it!
Obituary column.
You'll find one of those people.
Those people, Miss...
Okay, you know what? She gave us a clue, so I guess she wasn't completely useless. I'm gonna guess it was Keith Mayhill. Why? I don't know. Keith just sounds like a fishy name. No offense to any Keiths out there watching this. She is wearing the same hat, or very similar hat, that the fake wife wore.
Potato all of it quicker than the wind from a duck's ass.
Never heard that before.
Actually, I knew about the affair.
Again, y'all had an arrangement. I just assumed that already.
She was cheating on him. Were you?
Unless it was an agreement and an arrangement. Is Jack not picking up on this?
Where were you when your husband died?
I mean, I can't tell you.
Okay, well now you're the prime suspect, ma'am.
I think you know all you need know about me.
No, if anything, it raises more questions about you.
You must have had a reason to ask me that.
Yeah, he's gonna do his job. He's gonna privately investigate you and your past and your current. What are you doing in Hollis's office, though? He's dead. What's your business in there? Cross, and that was the man who was yelling at Hollis in the pictures from the other dude that he got.
Take a long lunch hour. All day sometimes.
I feel that. Same. Sometimes I take naps with Beans and I call them staff meetings. So. See, always with the tapping of the cigarettes. Why? See? See? See?
No,
Did I already put this together?
Mr. Mulray, I thought you said Cross owned it.
And Mr. Mulray married Cross's daughter.
Sorry to keep you waiting. These staff meetings, they just go on and on.
My excuse with Beans and I's staff meeting.
Hollis was the best department chief the city's ever had.
They've already removed all his pictures and everything.
I don't understand.
Neither do I, actually.
Neither do I. That makes 3 of us.
Naturally, when you divert water, there's a little runoff.
This much runoff, though?
Yes.
I don't want to nail you.
I would have chosen a different phrase to use there, but okay.
You can stay the head of the department for the next 20 years.
Acting like the head of the department is gonna work with you because whoever's telling him to do it is clearly his boss. He ain't gonna work with a private investigator for this. He'll get killed.
$35 a day plus 20 for my associates.
$35 a day. That's crazy.
Then you married your father's business partner.
As one does.
Father had a falling out, finally.
Somebody's got some daddy issues.
We're talking him into building it. They never spoke from that time on.
Well, you're wrong, and we have the pictures to prove it.
Probably.
Is that a fish head on the plate? Oh. It is.
Disturbs me. It makes me think you're taking my daughter for a ride.
No, you should be wondering why the police aren't involved in a possible murder.
Come, Mr. Gift. You don't have to think about that, remember? Yeah.
How is he going to ask if he's sleeping with his daughter and then say, come, come?
Politicians, ugly buildings, and whores all get respectable if they last long enough.
That is hilarious.
I got the pictures in my office if that'll help you remember.
Yeah, I bet you didn't know that, sir.
My daughter's a very jealous woman. I didn't want her to find out about the girl.
But she says she's already knew about it. I'm going to be so honest with you right now. And it is just that there's so many moving parts that I'm starting to get a little lost.
Why, thank you.
Well, he is just a peach. I bet working with him is just the best. Hold on a second. Have we figured out who the other man from the obituary that's involved in this is? Because I remember I said I think it's Keith, but we haven't met a Keith. Ah! I was about to say, could you imagine how hot it would be in that thick of a suit in LA with no AC? Very hot. And that's back when cars did not compact and have an airbag. That's back when everything was straight up metal and you just got...
I said, see if he's armed and empty his pockets.
I was gonna say, you're really searching this man.
Water tanks, they put poison down 3 more wells. I call that a funny way to irrigate.
Oh. So there's a lot of lying going on.
You didn't look too good. So we thought we'd better call your employer.
Your employer? Mrs. Mulray?
Thanks for coming.
Wow, pleasantly surprised.
Hollis knew about this.
Okay, well, if Hollis was killed for knowing about this, what's about to happen to you?
This was held at the Mar Vista Inn today for Jasper Lamar Crabb. He passed.
I thought it was Keith. Okay, the few nursing homes I have been in, They did not have a baby grand piano in them.
You're looking at the owners of a 50,000-acre empire.
They don't know that their identity was stolen.
Would you come with me, please? Someone wants to talk with you.
Oh, you done got caught. You done got, friend. Oh my God, this guy.
I'd like to see her to the car.
She knows where it's at.
Things are about to go down, and I'm so excited about this. Wow. I knew they were about to go down. I didn't realize it was going to go down like this.
It's an innocent question.
No question from you is innocent.
True.
If this is how you go about your work, I'd say you'd be lucky to,
Most of his work doesn't have this many layers, I don't think.
Something black in the green part of your eye.
It's a pupil? Jack, I would not be kissing her. Her husband got murdered. Her dad owns the water company. There's so many different layers. Do you really want to get this mixed into it? Also, I would not be making out with a man whose nose is that bloody. He's gonna pull back. She's gonna have blood all over this cheek. Oh my God. They had sex. Also, I think this is the first time seeing Jack Nicholson shirtless. Okay, whatever happened in Chinatown is sketchy enough that he left and the current lieutenant left. So many things.
trust me this much.
No, can't do that, ma'am. Can't do that. Can't trust nobody in this story.
My father.
I know.
He owns it. You know?
Yeah. He's a private investigator. What about this do you not understand? I'm probably going to be completely wrong, but they done had the sex. She gets a phone call. They're thinking her dad killed her husband. I think she's going to run off to take care of whatever, and she's going to get killed. But Jack's going to do what Jack's going to do, and he's going to privately investigate where she's going. Oh, we just saw Jack Nicholson's butt. A brief second, but his butt nevertheless. This is suspicious if this all happened on the one night she gave them all off. Is that the girlfriend? I know that's probably medication, but my brain is like, bitch, take this Altoid, your breath stank.
Give me the keys.
Woman, did you really think he wouldn't follow you? Okay.
She's your sister. Why all the secrecy?
Well, why did he marry you and not your sister? I have so many questions. Does the dad know that Hollis was married to one daughter but seeing another? Who had Hollis killed? It wasn't the girlfriend. His real wife doesn't seem like she really wanted him dead. So was it the father? Honestly, if I were him, I would be too scared to sleep in my house. Like, you know, people know where he lives. When a period movie is being filmed, do they just have warehouses of old cars for each period? Do you see what I'm saying? But that glass is broken. Has somebody already broken in? And the door's unlocked. Okay. This is either a very elaborate trap or Ida's dead. Let us investigate this house. Sorry, that was not good. Oh, that's sad. Her ice cream melted. Also, she's dead. That's sad as well.
Come here, I want to show you something.
I feel like whatever fishy stuff happened in Chinatown has followed them here.
Who the hell do you think you're dealing with? A bunch of assholes?
I mean, yeah.
Mulray was murdered and moved because somebody didn't want his body found in the ocean.
And with how hard you're pressing, I think it might be you. I said pression, I meant pressing.
Yelverton says there's irrigation in the valley and there's always a little runout after they do that.
Of course that's what he says. But if you go talk to the orange farmers, they're poisoning their land. You know what? Jack Nicholson's hair is as thin as a paintbrush. She's leaving the country. She's leaving.
Bad for glass. Salt water, very bad for glass.
Salt water was found in her husband. She killed her husband. Why am I scared something's gonna bite his arm off? I've been watching too many scary movies. What was that? His glasses? His glasses!
I found these in your backyard in the pond.
Salt water pond.
Sister, my daughter!
I said
I'm so confused. God, Jesus Christ, he just threw her across the room, basically.
My father and I.
Did you consensually have sex with your father? Sorry, the way that she didn't come out and admit that it was made me think that it was consensual for a second.
Can't take the train, Escobar.
So your husband had an affair with your sister, who is also your daughter.
How do you know?
He didn't wear bifocals.
So whose glasses are they? Listen, I'm starting to get whiplash from how much we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If we add another person to this storyline, I simply cannot keep up. My brain runs like Windows XP with like 15 tabs open. Okay, wow, they do look very similar. So does Catherine know about this?
Gee, Lou, I'm doing the best I can.
Tell us about it on the way to San Pedro.
Okay, well now what do we do? Now you gotta go to San Pedro and she's in Chinatown and your buddies are gonna go to Chinatown and oh no.
Hello.
Who is this woman? I remember who this is now. He hired him to find out that his wife was cheating. Wife went home, he beat her. Doesn't that seem like 27 years ago since this movie started? So whose glasses are those? Noah's? Noah Cross's? Boom. Bifocals. Did you see that, Beans? Bifocals.
Tuesday, there'll be $8 million to build an act.
And you're keeping all that money for yourself because you killed your partner.
Claude, take those glasses from me, will you?
Claude, the big guy, he busted up at the nursing home. There's so many things. Okay, so we finally figured out who killed Noah, like, definitively. But now, like, he's got his investigator friend on his tail because he ditched him earlier. And now he's got Claude on his tail, and now he's leading him to Chinatown. And I feel like he's going to have some friends in Chinatown that's going to help him out. It's just a lot of moving parts.
I am your
grandfather. She's gonna kill her dad. It looks like she did it. She did it. She gonna kill you. Wow, they have the aim of stormtroopers. Oh, wait, the car is stopped. Oh, so they did hit something. Right through her eyeball. Also, I love the horn on the head on the steering wheel with the horn foreshadowing from earlier.
Take him home! Just get him the hell out of here!
He's going through it.
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, the lieutenant let Jake off because the only person who knew the full truth was dead? But like now, Noah Cross has his granddaughter, and what's gonna stop that cycle? I'm big struggling to wrap my head around this. So is that why Jake was allowed to go home? He's like, it's Chinatown. Number one, how old was Jack Nicholson in this? Oh, he was 37 years old. I also needed to look up what this meant, this movie as a whole. And it says, it's Chinatown means you can't change things. It's just the way they are and the way they will be. Oh, because Jake like went on this wild goose chase and just kept uncovering more shit and more shit and more bad and more bad. And it just ended up killing Evelyn because you can't fight it because it's Chinatown. Oh, Chinatown suggests that the very notion of an honest, trustworthy leader is a myth. I say it's very interesting because this website that I'm reading right now says it's not controversial to say that Chinatown is one of the greatest movies ever made. And definitely one of the greatest mysteries ever made. I say that's interesting because when I mentioned that it was coming up on the channel, some people, of course, there's always people who are like, yay and nay when movies are suggested. But a lot of people shitted on this movie in the chat. So it says it doesn't matter. Chinatown is sort of whodunit where learning the identity of the murderer still isn't satisfying because justice is never served. Because Noah Cross owned the water company, he owned the police, and like was paying people off. Now I get it. Okay, so Paulie in Rocky. His name was Burt Young. Burt Young in Chinatown. Okay, so I was right. Wow, proud of me for making that connection. Okay. This movie was fun for me, as in like it kept me guessing clearly the entire time, like who actually killed Hollis, and then also trying to figure out if he was killed because, was he killed because he was cheating? Was he killed because of the water thing? Or was he killed because he found out about the sister-daughter through Evelyn? Well, everybody knew something was up with Noah Cross, but everybody kept their mouths shut because he's Noah Cross. But it also had to do with the fact that he was literally seeing Noah's daughter Evelyn, daughter Catherine, and granddaughter Catherine, who happens to be the same person. Also very interesting that when he saw the piece of mail and saw Evelyn's middle initial was C, I guessed Catherine, and then Catherine ended up being her sister-daughter's name. That was funny. That's a funny little quinky dink. If my brain wasn't an weight hamster in a plastic ball rattling around in my skull, maybe I could have kept up with this movie better. I'm gonna say, overall, this was a very interesting movie for me because Jack Nicholson, and I love Jack Nicholson. Number one, I saw him shirtless in this movie, and I saw his booty cheeks. I just eventually had trouble keeping all the different people straight. I liked it, but it was just hard for me to grasp. Clearly, I had to look up what it meant. It leaves me longing for justice and closure, but the whole point of this movie is that you're not gonna get it. It's Chinatown. You're not gonna get justice, you're not gonna get closure. It's gonna keep on being what it is. And I think that's brilliant. Now that I've talked it all out, 5 out of 5 stars. Now that I've had a chance to explain it to myself, 5 out of 5 stars. A lot of people I feel like are gonna disagree with me on this one, and that's okay. I also feel like because I have never heard of this before, and the reaction in the chat was like people were really pooping on it. Some people liked it, but a lot of people didn't know about it. So I feel like this is going to be another cult classic, so I really hope you guys stuck around till right now for me to reconcile it with myself. Anyways, thank you so much to my Millennial Movie members for supporting the channel, for me, and for supporting Beans like you do. And join me here Monday because, put a poll up on Patreon, this Millennial Movie Monday is the highly requested, highly anticipated, and I'm very excited, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original. So I'll see you right back here. Like, subscribe, stick around so you don't miss that. Links to social media down below if you want to be my friend outside of the YouTubeverse. And I reckon I'll see you right back here on Monday.